Ricky, when those balloons pop, you don't jump to the ground.
No.
You don't immediately go for your piece.
When I hear them, I generally run forward.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You didn't even run towards the balloons. You just like cool as a cucumber.
What happens is I
All right.
in my mouth and I crawl.
Cool as the other side of the pillow.
Great job for your first run through there. Good afternoon. I'm Shannon Smith, principal of Russell O. Brackman Middle School. Welcome to the promotion ceremony of the class of 2020. At this time, please stand as we honor our country and recite the Pledge of Allegiance and play the Star-Spangled Banner. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Please allow me to formally introduce members of the Barnegat Township School Administration. Dr. Brian Latwis, Superintendent of Schools. Mr. Stephen Brennan, Business Administrator, Board Secretary. Mr. Daniel Gunderson, Director of Student Services. Mrs. Stacy Jackalow, Supervisor of Special Education. Mrs. Leah Purpurai, Supervisor of Guidance. Mr. James Barbieri, Director of Curriculum and Instruction. Mrs. Tracy Dubeck, District Supervisor of Language Arts, Literacy, and Social Studies. Mrs. Christina Smith, District Supervisor of Mathematics and Science. Mr. John Germano, District Athletic Director. Mr. Stephen Nickel, Principal of Barnegat High School. Ms. Tiffany Eberly, Interim Vice Principal of Barnegat High School. Mr. Maurice Owens, Vice Principal. Mr. Jared Burke, Vice Principal. Mr. Jim Hanshoe, Interim Vice Principal. And Mrs. Mary Camerata, Master Teacher. I am also pleased and honored to recognize members of the Barnegat Township Police Department and Chief of Police Keith Germain, and our Barnegat Township Board of Education. Board President, Mr. Hickey, Board Vice President, Mr. Geddes, Board members, Mr. O'Brien, Mrs. Constanza, Mrs. Pereira, Mr. Quelch, Mr. Sherman, Mr. Sawicki, and Ms. Sarno. A special thank you to Mrs. Kirsten Chieko, this year's PTA President, and other members of our PTA Executive Committee. Also, thank you to our Brackman office staff, Mrs. Tracy Connors, Mrs. Diana Gomez, Mrs. Karen Cavell, and Mrs. Kit Pigeon for all of your planning and preparation for both our virtual and in-person ceremony. Thank you to our buildings and grounds crew, maintenance and custodial staff for all of your hard work in setting up today. Throughout the audience, numerous members of the Brackman staff are present to acknowledge your children's achievements over the last 3 years. Today, we celebrate the success of that teacher-student interaction. Thank you to all of our Brackman faculty for all of your hard work. At this time, Dr. Brian Latwis, Superintendent, will present the Superintendent's Honor Roll. I request that your applause is held until all awards have been announced. Please welcome Dr. Brian Latwis.
So we're gonna just
Read that, and then
Welcome. This award category is extremely prestigious. The Superintendent's Honor Roll consists of straight A's for the first 3 marking periods. The recipients of these awards are asked to stand in place while your name is called. Robert Ash, Jr. Gage Bowie. Alyssa Brands. Alan Chang. Bradley Collins. Sienna Dessier. Ryan Dos Santos. Cassandra Doty. Joshua Goldman. Mina Griffin. Joseph Harr. Kaylee Hickey. Isaac Horton. Sean Havenez. Caitlin Kessler. Grace King. Michaela Klein. Brandon Condrick. Allison Larson. Christopher Little Ford. Philip Little Ford. Christina Lynch. Samantha Manco. Megan McDermott. Seth Nicolai. Gabriella O'Neill. Carson Oliver. Celestina Paciator. Riley Seagriff. Allison Sojak. Joseph Velez. And Cedric Worthy, Jr. Congratulations, everyone. First, I would like to thank the Board of Education, the administrative team, staff, township, for all that you have done to help these young men and women. I would also like to take a moment to recognize the parents and the guardians who have helped support each of our students during their educational journey. It is said that it takes a village to raise a child, and we have an amazing village that has helped our students become the most amazing young men and women that you see before us. As you enter this exciting chapter as students at Barnegat High School, you will need to lean on that village more so than ever before. To the Barnegat High School class of 2024, you are about to embark on some of the most exciting, best years of your life, but you get out of it what you are willing to put into it. I encourage you to take the time to enjoy this great milestone in your educational journey, but when the parties are over and the congratulatory words start to subside, please reflect on the following as you prepare to start your journey as a Bengal. First, get involved. As I said, you get out of it what you're willing to put into it. So get involved. Join clubs, try a sport, be an advocate and an upstander. These experiences will help to shape you. Invest yourself fully in everything that you do. Safe is good for sidewalks and swimming pools, but life requires risk if you are to get anywhere. So take a risk and don't be ordinary, be extraordinary. Second, set goals for yourself. In every class, in every experience. Bill Copeland said, the trouble with not having a goal is that you can spend your life running up and down the field and never score. So what are your goals? Set those goals and prepare to achieve them, and not just in the areas that you excel. Work hard. If you are struggling in an area, seek help. When we say out loud that what we don't understand, it drastically increases the likelihood that someone who does know will offer help. Stop at nothing in being the best version of yourself. The greatest oak was once a little nut that held its ground. Surround yourself with people who will help achieve your goals. In my life, I would not be where I am without the help and support of the people I surround myself with. And not only surround yourself with supportive people, but surround yourself with good people, because you will always take on the mannerisms and habits of people closest to you. So choose to surround yourself with people who will make you want to be better and will fill you with courage to actually be that better person. Lastly, as you embark on the next 4 years of your education and embrace what it means to be a Bengal, embrace this final and important challenge that you face. We have seen the world shut down over the last few months, and we see it being torn apart on the television every day. As you enter the academic institution that is high school, and you watch the world try to return to normal, build a new normal, a normal that values times with friends and family and does not take that for granted, a world that is more inclusive and respectful, and that is grounded in listening with an open mind and constructive dialogue. So in your classes, ask questions no one wants to ask, and listen to all of the information from all of the people around you, and demonstrate empathy in every aspect of your life. Aristotle said, "It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it." Listen with an open mind and understanding varying perspectives, especially if different than yours, and then find your voice. Congratulations. Take this time to enjoy the milestone and pat yourself on the back for the hard work that it took to bring you to this point. But when all the excitement of the day subsides, don't forget to choose to get involved, set goals for yourself and stop at nothing to achieve them, and surround yourself with people who lift you up. For this is the time in your life when you can make the decision to do anything that you want. This is the time to chase your dreams and will them into existence. A 1,000-mile journey begins with a single step, and I wish you nothing but the very best as you take that step. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Latwis. Mr. Hickey, Board of Education President, will now address the class of 2020.
Thank you, Mrs. Smith. To the Brackman class of 2020 and the incoming Barnegat High School class of 2024, congratulations. Before we get started, on behalf of the Board of Education and the entire community, I want to express the deepest and heartfelt thank you to all the wonderful teachers, staff members, and administrators, each of you who come here every single day and put in the dedicated work that is required to guide all of these students to the successful completion of their journey at Brackman Middle School. Next, the board wants to say thank you to all of the parents, step-parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, and exceptional family members that supported your students over the past 3 years as they learned and lived the Bulldog way. There is no doubt that you will continue to be there as they complete their next 4 years as Barnegat Bengals. Now, to the Brackman class of 2020. Let's talk about opportunity. Opportunity is defined as a set of circumstances that makes it possible to do something. There is no other time in your life where you will have as much opportunity to choose your path as you do this very day. While it is intimidating to think about what the rest of your life will look like, you need to realize that the most important time to lay that foundation for success in your life is over the next 4 years at the Barnegat High School. And I don't mean that only from an academic standpoint. Over the next 4 years, I challenge each and every one of you to stretch your wings and try new activities. Take a summer job, something that's completely outside of your comfort zone. Meet new people, not just in school, but wherever you may go, on vacations and sporting events. Our high school is amazing, and there are so many new things and clubs and activities for you to try. Go out for a sport that you never played, and volunteer your time with an organization at school or around the town. All of these new experiences and all of these new people you meet, they will help you grow, and they will define who you are. Go into every opportunity with an open mind and be willing to learn. But whatever opportunities that you decide to take, do not be afraid of the difficulties that lie ahead, and certainly do not be afraid of failure. Tom Hanks said, "Of course it's hard. If it were easy, everyone would do it." So I ask you to take the time to celebrate your 8th grade graduation today with your family and friends. But as soon as you wake up tomorrow, start plotting for your future. On behalf of the Board of Education and the entire community of Barnegat, congratulations. We look forward to seeing all of the amazing things you will accomplish as individuals as the Barnegat High School class of 2024.
Thank you, Mr. Hickey. At this time, we will be recognizing the 8th grade award of special recognition to outstanding students in each subject area. We ask that each student stand in place when their name is called. Mrs. McCarty presents her award for ELA to Riley Seagriff. Mrs. Rollis presents her award for ELA to Joseph Haar. Mr. Molnar presents his award for math to Kelly Quinn. Mr. Gordon presents his award for math to Alexia Hahn. Mrs. Verda Rosa presents her award for science to Brandon Kondrick. Mr. Eckert presents his award for social studies to Jane Haviland. Miss Kane presents her award for ELA to Mina Griffin. Mrs. Kozlowski presents her award for ELA to Allison Sojak. Mr. Rizzo presents his award for math to Cedric Worthy. Mrs. Hawanich presents her award for science to Allison Sojak. Mr. Ferguson presents his award for social studies to Mia DeVente. Mr. Tagliavia presents his geometry award to Carson Oliver. Mr. Tagliavia presents his algebra award to Celestina Paciator. Mr. Molnar presents his algebra award to Joseph Vallis. Congratulations to our core subject area recipients. You may be seated. The related arts, physical education, and health teachers would also like to recognize their outstanding students. Receiving the STEM award from Ms. Afskoff, Ms. Stancer, and Mrs. Grasso is Edward Deller. Mrs. Patricia Micolo and Mrs. Nina Paulsino present their art award to Celestina Paciator and Jordan Ford. From Mrs. Bop's Spanish class, the award goes to Carson Oliver. From Mrs. Gonzalez's Spanish class, the award goes to Sean Javines. Receiving the health award from Mr. Pandolfo and Miss Gianni are Jordan Cook and Jane Haviland. Receiving the physical education award from Mr. Smith, Mrs. Hurt, Mr. McIver, and Mr. Pandolfo are Grace King and Braden Mira. Receiving the vocal ensemble award from Mr. Wald is John Bopp. Receiving the chorus award from Mr. Wald is Andrew Schaberta. Receiving the concert musician award from Mrs. Benz is Logan Rodriguez. Receiving the jazz musician award from Mr. McGrath is Colin Hall and Kyle Nichols. Congratulations. You may be seated. If anybody's... Congratulations to the following Brackman Class of 2020 graduates on your accomplishments in earning acceptance into MATES and PAA. For MATES, Joshua Goldman and Brandon Kondrick, and for PAA, Jordan Ford, Megan McDermott, Jordan Perucci, and Andrew Schaberta. Congratulations on your accomplishments. At this time, Ms. Dana Hermani, 8th grade school counselor, will present our Ocean County Caring Award and the Christy Pierce Rapone Sportsmanship Awards.
The Ocean County Personnel and Guidance Association's Caring Award is a distinguished honor given to students who exhibit concern for his or her learning and exerts positive energy in his or her relationships with others. Accepting responsibility, providing a helping hand, and assuming a leadership role are the trademarks of these 8th grade students. Whether on the stage or in the classroom, these 8th graders display team spirit, perfectly balanced with personal ambition. Consistently cheerful, these two students possess that priceless generosity of spirit so needed in a school community and in society today. The 2020 Ocean County Caring Award goes to Alexis Brunson and Megan McDermott, two students of exceptional merit. Please stand. The Christy Pierce Rampone Sportsmanship Award is given to athletes who not only display talents on the court, field, or track, but also balance academics and athletic commitments. These students understand the value of true sportsmanship, hone skills, and are the sincere team players and athletic role models. We present the Christy Pierce Awards of Sportsmanship to Michael Spano and Jameson Hogan. Please stand.
Thank you, Ms. Hermani. Mr. Barbieri, Director of Curriculum and Instruction, will present the Exemplary Character and Academic Distinction National Junior Honor Society Awards.
Thank you. This ROBMS award, established in 2016, recognizes students who exhibit academic curiosity and an openness to experience new challenges. While exercising productive critical thinking skills, these students express a love of learning. Their enthusiasm sparks the other students to become involved. These students exercise social responsibility and willingly undertake leadership roles extending beyond the attainment of membership into the National Junior Honor Society. This award honors students who successfully maintain the balance between strong academic performance and involvement in the school and community. These well-rounded students exemplify the pillars of the National Junior Honor Society and are examples of amazing role models to their peers. Both of these students are quiet and exceptionally cooperative, working independently or in a group dynamic that contribute and respect the ideas of others. We are proud to recognize Grace King and Carson Oliver for their superior dedication in academic and community services. Please stand. Congratulations.
It is my honor to present the 2020 Principals Award to Jane Haviland. Jane is a humble, intelligent, talented, and compassionate young woman. She is the first to participate in class, and her effort consistently goes above and beyond. Her kindness and enthusiasm are contagious, both inside and outside the classroom. You will always see her with a smile on her face, ready to help anyone and make them feel accepted. She is diligent about her schoolwork and is willing to accept feedback so she could build her knowledge. As a real leader in the school community, she sets a positive example and effortlessly spreads joy and enthusiasm. She is truly representative of the well-rounded student. It is my honor to present her with the Principals Award for the class of 2020. Congratulations, Jane. The 2020 Bulldog Way Recognition Award is presented to Miriam Delgado. Miriam has made a complete 180 during her time at ROBMS. She has always been a leader. While her leadership in 6th grade was not always positive, she did lead. She got into some trouble. Midway through 7th grade, she moved to Ohio. Upon return to ROBMS, Miriam was the model student. Since then, Miriam has exemplified the Bulldog Way. She has self-respect, respect for others, respect for our school. Miriam comes to school ready to learn and is an active participant in her education. She has made tough decisions about who she is and who she will be. Miriam continues to lead, but now she leads by positive example. If anyone exemplifies the Bulldog Way, it is Miriam Delgado. Congratulations. It is a great honor to announce the names of the 2020 Salutatorian and Valedictorian. Will Allison Sojak, our Salutatorian, join me on stage? Our 2020 Salutatorian, Allison Sojak, certainly deserves this honor. As evidenced in her grades, she pursues learning with vigor and focus. Consistently mindful of her goals in each class, she sincerely strives to do her best no matter what the task. Whether a group member or leader, Allison accepts responsibility, delves deeply into the assignment, and invests the time necessary to produce a successful final product. Enthusiastically responsive, she participates in class discussions, takes detailed notes so that she benefits from the learning experience. As a member of the ROBMS community, she lives the Bulldog Way. Kind in her interactions, Allison does her job with efficiency, effectiveness, and flair. Congratulations to our Salutatorian, Allison Sojak. Congratulations. You can walk off that way. Yep, it's fine. I would like to call to the stage our valedictorian, Kaylee Hickey. Stay right there. Whoops. Kaylee Hickey, our 2020 valedictorian, displays all those qualities that mark an academic student. Her inquisitive nature sparks in-depth discussions, and her spirited responses activate enthusiasm. Active participation is her notable trademark. Never hesitating to contribute, she will play the invested team player and the strong leader. Accepting assignments without complaint, she consistently exemplifies the desire to learn. Kaylee is a model of the Bulldog Way, and she is an asset to the ROBMS community. With her dedication of time and effort, Kaylee has proven the importance of focus and perseverance, establishing goals, prioritizing tasks, accepting constructive criticism. She is the ideal student in any learning environment. Congratulations, Kaylee. Kaylee will now address her peers.
Hello, everyone. To start, I just wanted to take a second to thank all of the phenomenal teachers, principals, and staff for helping the Brackman class of 2020 get to where we are today. When I first found out that I would get to write a graduation speech, I thought I was ready. I sat down at my desk, I opened a new Google document, and then my mind was blank. This should have been simple. I wrote countless essays during my 3 years in middle school, but this one was different. I had no rubric and no writing prompt. This was all up to me. So I did the thing a typical 8th grader would do, and I Googled how to write a speech. Although doing so helped me a bit, I knew the real inspiration would have to come from the memories we all made here at Brackman. Graduating middle school wasn't an easy accomplishment. It threw challenges at us, new challenges, unlike any of the ones we had faced while in elementary school. It took us 3 years of constant discipline, late-night homework, and perseverance to get to the point that we are at now. Some of the challenges we faced were frustrating and seemed almost impossible at times, but we pushed through them. We continued to strive and to do our best to reach our goals, and now, all of the work is paid off. Most would say that we had a pretty normal school year, other than the COVID-19 pandemic. Although the aspect of doing my work while wearing pajamas in the comfort of my own home was exciting at first, the feeling quickly faded. I soon began to miss greeting my friends and teachers every morning. I also realized that school was much easier for me around other students and in a real classroom. Online school requires skills like focus and good time management. However, my parents will agree that I'm great at procrastinating. Either way, me and many others adapted to these changes and learned important skills along the way. But we cannot forget all of the good experiences from this chapter of our life. Our school offered many clubs and sports that allowed us to make new friends and meet some amazing teachers and coaches that helped us get to where we are. We all got the chance to make memories at school dances, walkathons, and other activities. Our teachers added even more fun into the mix by doing color wars and hashtag first 3 days. I changed a lot during my middle school years, and so did everyone else. I know that I will always think fondly of my time here at Brackman. It is now time to close this chapter and to start a new one at the high school. In the words of Steve Jobs, if you really look closely, most overnight successes took a long time. Let's make these next 4 years our best. Here's to the Barnegat High School class of 2024.
Thank you, Kaylee. At this time, Mrs. Benz, Mr. McGrath, and the Russell O. Brackman 7th grade band will play their special musical performance via recording. Mrs. Benz, Mr. McGrath, and our wonderful 7th grade band. I would now like to introduce Mr. Jim Hanshoe, who will be reading the names of our promotion candidates. Each and every student should have the opportunity for their name to be heard. I request that you hold your applause and cheers until all candidates have been called.
I'll take it to the side.
Yep, you guys stand up, first row. Stand.
Come on. You please use the stairs.
You guys keep walking. You're gonna
Yep.
keep walking.
Introducing our valedictorian, Kaylee Hickey. Salutatorian, Allison Sojak. Carmine Albruzis. Dante Antonelli. Gianni Antonelli. Robert Ash. Angelina Aviles. Ashley Berger. Summer Billich. Gianna Bivens. Serenity Boletieri. Tanyan Borg. Alyssa Brands. Victoria Briganti. Julia Brown. Alexis Brunson. Sophia Brusella. Anthony Burton. Joaquin Calderon. Tyler Carl. Alejandro Cespedes. Alexis Colella. Bradley Collins. Madison Connors. Jordan Cook. Brian Cordy. Avriella Kosmanik. Go ahead, straight across. Carolyn Kramer. Hannah Cronin. Malcolm Croswell. Julian Cruz. Naisha Davis. Dylan DeGrazio. Jake DeGrazio. Miriam Delgado. Jenna Delacroce. Sienna Desai. Michael DeRico. Isabella Doddard. Ryan DeSantis. Cassandra Dowdy. Michael Dugan. Isabella Durkin. Victoria Edwards. Deanna Eifert. Tyler Finkel. Emery Fitzgerald. Amanda Ford. Emma Fortunato. Dominique Fradiani. Keziah Friday. Christopher Fuller. Gianna Germano. You can do it. Jeffrey Giordano. Joshua Goldman. Sorry about that. Forget it. Connor Gorja. I'd like to pass the mic over to Vice Principal Burke. He's on his way.
Jason Griffin. Lawrence Griffin. Mina Griffin. Where's Dan? Kevin Guilfoyle. Colin Hall. Jake Harashinsky. Joseph Harrer. Jashir Harris. Brianna Hartman. Jane Haviland. Teresa Heidel. Rafaela Hernandez. Wait one, Kylie. Kyasia Hills. Kylie Hoffman. Jameson Hogan. Rollin Howard. Smile. Madison Hughes. Ava Irizarry. Madison Jackson. Benjamin Jones. Sean Havinas. Jamario James. DeAndre James. Amaya Joshua. Caitlin Kessler. Grace King. Michaela Klein. Julia Kopp. Jordan Kosich. Daniel Guerra. Congratulations, Daniel. Tara Lamantia. John Larkin. Allison Larson. Alex Lawrence. Xander Letty. Marina Lopez. Samantha Manco. Julian Marfino. Jeremy McCartney. Megan McDermott. Braden Mira. Joshua Moore. Luis Moreno Olan. Yasmin Muhammad. Brandon Mulrain. Justin Nguyen. Seth Nicolay. Gabriella O'Neill. Liam O'Neill. Sean O'Neill. And now Mr. Owens will come up to read the rest of the class. We've got a couple skipped in there, so I'll call out if I see anybody out of order.
Carson Oliver. Isaiah Olivo. McKenna Palmieri. Genevieve Panzica. Jonathan Parry. Celestina Passatori. Asmar Pearson. Jordan Peruki. Jack Peterson. Jameson Pisa. Natalie Ponikowski. Paul Popplewell. Nicholas Porcelli. Juliana Procaccini. Kelly Quinn. Raquel Rios. Diego Rios Calindres. Genevieve Rivera. Jasmine Rodriguez. Janessa Rodriguez. Cara Rodriguez. Natalia Rodriguez. Lee Marie Romano. Gianna Rosario. Catherine Ryan. Joseph Salamanca. Jada Santiago. Veronica Schools. Riley Seagriff. Andrew Schuberta. Austin Smith. Jamari Smith. Tamel Smith. Michael Spano. Tristan Swanhart. Anaya Terry. Congratulations. Jaden Thomas Roach. Quentin Torres. Alyssa Trimarco. Robert Truer. Sophia Valderutin. Joseph Valles. Cassidy Van Horn. Eric Vargas. Eric Villanueva. Jamira Weir. Robert Wojtasek. Did I say it right? I'm sorry. Cedric Worthy. Jada Worthy. Matthew Worthy. Ashley Zalewski. Connor Zarankowitz. Isis Zahn. Edward Ziemba. Edward Ziemba. My bad. Brandon Zuniga Balcazar. That's it. That's it for your class of 2020.
One on this side, one on the, here, come over on this side. All right, ready? We're gonna signal them to stand, so everybody put their hands down here, and I'll say 1, 2, 3, ready? 1, 2, 3. Stand up. And ready, grab, go ahead, and 1, 2, 3, over. Yay. Congrats. Thank you, Kaylee and Allison. It is now time for you to leave Brackman and become freshmen at Barnegat High School. Wait till they get back. No. Not yet. Thanks. They didn't watch my video. Okay, ready? Okay. Class of 2020, I would like to start by congratulating each of you on reaching this exciting milestone in your educational journey. We would also be remiss if we did not take a moment to recognize the parents and guardians who have stood by you and supported you in reaching this point. No one can deny that this school year has been unconventional. I mean, hey, you have a rapping principal. You, as the graduating class of 2020, will always remain an integral part of history. Yet now it is time for you to begin creating individual contributions to our future. What will it be, your unique mark that will benefit society? From the skilled mechanic to the emergency room doctor, we have learned to appreciate the roles of others, to eliminate stereotypes, and to embrace human interactions. How will you design your path to achieve your goals? How will you deal with the detours and the roadblocks that you may encounter? During this critical time, we are bombarded with shortages in essential supplies. But there is one attribute we have in abundance. We possess an endless bounty of kindness. The kindness paradox stresses its value. The cost is nothing, its value to the giver and recipient, priceless. With the halls of Russell O. Brackman shouting this message, you are reminded throughout your day to express kindness in word and action. Again, you have the choice to exercise kindness in countless ways. Use it to build character and enhance your life, and at the same time, you will model its value for others. Today, we repeatedly hear the term essential worker, and this name is splashed throughout the news and social media. Each and every one of you must become an essential worker. We cannot afford to lose any of you. What does this mean in the present? It means to always be mindful of your happiness, always focused on your goals, and always do your job. Find the fulfillment in being the best student you could be, knowing your productivity will benefit you in pursuing those goals. As Brackman theme continues to ring true, do your job exerting energy and focus. No one can ask more of you, and no one deserves less. As your principal, I join with the Brackman faculty and staff and the Barnegat Township administration in wishing you the best academically, physically, and emotionally. Don't forget to always do your job and be kind. Congratulations, class of 2020. It is my privilege to present the ROBMS class of 2020. So at this time, the graduates can exit the field, find their parents, hand them their caps, gowns, and promotion certificates. And then if you are attending the after party, students, very important, after you see your parents, you are going to walk this way, right by Mrs. Connors over here in the red. You're going to go out the field into Donahue parking lot. During that time, we'll hand you an envelope with all of your vouchers. Congratulations, class of 2020.